Zaid Jilani of The Intercept has a piece here that perfectly highlights why many people check out of the political system. I think this is a giant issue where people kind of see the bullshit that's going on, even though the establishment thinks they're hiding it from people. So here's what they say. Michigan's Democratic Governor-elect puts Blue Cross Blue Shield executive on transition team after the company funded her campaign. So that's wonderful. You know, hey, the Democrats finally win, and isn't it wonderful and great? And, oh, the Michigan Democratic governor-elect just appointed Blue Cross Blue Shield in her administration. Yeah, this is going to make otherwise good people tell you to fuck off. And they're not going to vote for your establishment Democrats. They're not going to vote for your corporate Democrats, no matter how much you want to pull the wool over their eyes. If they catch a whiff of this kind of deep corruption, they're going to be like, I don't care. Burn it all down. I don't give a fuck. That's what they're going to say. So, you know, this is like the example number 4,917 of me warning you in advance. Do the right thing. Be anti-corruption. Be anti-establishment. Be populist left. Run on a bold platform to end interventionist wars and to help the working class. This is unreal. So anyway, let's see what the article says here. Whitmer was hosted at a fundraiser thrown by lobbyists for Blue Cross Blue Shield. She netted $144,000 during a single day at the event. The company's interest in the race came as no surprise, as Whitmer's chief rival, former Detroit Public Health Chief Abdul El-Sayed, was campaigning on establishing a statewide single-payer healthcare system. Abdul, of course, was a Justice Democrat and an amazing candidate. Essentially, he was running to put the company out of business. But it appears that Blue Cross Blue Shield gained more than just the defeat of single payer. This week, Whitmer won the governor's mansion, putting the state back in the Democratic column. She quickly announced the composition of her transition team. One of the honorary co-chairs is Daniel Loep, the president and CEO of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. In a 2015 interview, Whitmer credited Loep with being the first person to suggest that she enter politics, back when he worked in the state legislature. During the campaign, Gretchen Whitmer, whose father is Richard Whitmer, formerly the head of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, was defensive against criticisms that she was too close to the health insurance giant. Quote, "It's extremely sexist to say that a woman is beholden to her father's former employer." Same bag of tricks, man. Same bag of tricks. And you wonder why there's a growing contingent on the left that openly says, hey, I'm against identity politics. Because this is the shit that they mean that they're against. Cynically weaponizing the use of gender or race in order to deflect from serious criticism. So when somebody says, hey, you're too beholden to the for-profit health insurance company, that's not a sexist criticism. That's a substantive criticism. But this is what they hide behind. And then this is boy who cried wolf, because then when you have an example of actual sexism and actual racism, people are going to roll their eyes and go, yeah, we've heard this one before. Yeah, Bernie's sexist, right? With the Bernie bros. All the fucking Bernie bros who supported a politician who openly called himself a feminist and openly supports women's issues in terms of the policy agenda. Yeah, if he's sexist, I guess everybody's fucking sexist, huh? If it's sexist to criticize you for being too close to Blue Cross Blue Shield, then I guess it's sexist, for anything. You can call anything sexist at that point. So, God damn it, man. They never learn. Hiding behind identity to get away with being a corporatist. That's what this is. And now we see what she did. Immediately upon getting power. Yeah, let me be 100% beholden to the for-profit health insurance companies. And again, you wonder why people don't vote. So, hey, if you stop this, if you run candidates who don't take corporate PAC money, if you run candidates who are anti-corruption and anti-establishment and for workers and against regime change wars and for a giant jobs program and a New Deal and all this stuff, yeah, then you can win. But it's a matter of getting candidates who are like that, doing the hard groundwork, because that is hard. And yes, the candidates do have to be likable. Like, there has to be something personality-wise there that's, that clicks with people. Even if it's not likable, it's got to be something. It's got to have an X factor of like, okay, this person can win. So there's a lot that goes into it, and it's not easy. But it's stuff like this that does turn people off to politics. And that's why like half the country doesn't vote in presidential elections, because they see too much of this going on and they go, yeah, it's all bullshit anyway. So we need to give people the option where they feel like their apathy is stupid. You know, like Bernie brought a lot of new voters into the process because he made people feel like their apathy to politics was stupid. Like, oh, I'm a dumbass if I don't want to get involved because this guy's saying he wants to create a Medicare for all system and give everybody health care, and my uncle just had to pay $150,000 for a surgery and he has insurance. Why would I not vote for this guy? Hey, this guy wants to legalize marijuana. He's open about that fact. I like marijuana. Not me, literally. It makes me paranoid. I'm giving a hypothetical person. But I like marijuana. Of course I should go vote for this guy. He wants to make it so that what I do is no longer criminal. You need to run people where these people make non-voters feel like, I'm not going to be a dumbass. I have to go vote. So voter shaming is not the way to accomplish anything. The way to accomplish stuff is to have inspiring candidates. And needless to say, even though she won, and she's still better than the Republican opponent, for sure, 100%, it's still deeply uninspiring. And this is why you get the giant swings in the electorate. This is why you get, 8 years of Democratic rule, 8 years of Republican rule, 4 years of Democratic rule, 4 years of Republican rule. It's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. People forget that it's actually a thing that exists that you could really maintain and hold power in this country for an extended period of time. FDR won 4 times. Why? Because most of the shit he did when it came to the economic realm, obviously he was terrible in the social realm, but in the economic realm, yeah, he did shit that everybody liked. So he kept getting reelected. That thought now is like that's just out of people's minds. They think that's not a thing that's even in the realm of possibility. It is if you run the right kind of candidates. This is what I keep trying to tell people. It's possible to have an electoral map where you win like all but 4 states in a presidential race. I'm not kidding. People laugh at that. I'm not kidding. You can run a candidate that's so overwhelmingly positive that they win all but 4 states. So why are we not acting like we're not acting like that? Because this is business as usual. This is the status quo. When you have business as usual in the status quo, you're going to keep having those big swings. You're going to keep having those competitive elections. You're not going to have the Democrats or the left hold on to power for an extended period of time.